Hello, this is Dread from Epic Builds. In today's video topic, we're going to showcase Arborus' Static Orb Orbit build, where we use the small orbs from Static Orb to clear while using Lightning Blast for single target. Before we get into the video, if you're enjoying the content, I'd suggest liking and commenting on the video, as that's the best way to tell YouTube I'm doing a good job. This build is very efficient at clearing monoliths thanks to the auto-pierce functionality given to us by disabling the main explosion with ball lightning, and all of the extra orbs thanks to scatter blast, and of course the orbit behavior from orbital fulmination. Thanks to all the negative mana cost and no cap to smaller orbs, you can spam it all day and fill the screen with smaller orbs, which is our focus. This allows us to pretty much walk through monoliths and clear them with great speed, which can be further enhanced if we equip something like Wings of Argentus, thanks to the chance of haste on hit, allowing us to literally run through monoliths like butter. Other nodes that are important, like Storm Burst, it makes it so the big orb explodes after 4 meters, which does not matter for us at all, thanks to the fact we're just focusing on spamming as many orbs as possible, and I believe that the chance to explode kind of negates this, so it's just a 30% more damage multiplier to all of our orbs. We also grab 4 points in critical trajectory, as the critical strike multiplier is huge for the build, as we are pretty much critical strike capped with our lightning skills. Since we are not putting too much damage into our orbs and focusing more of the clear aspect with the smaller orbs, we don't have great single target with static orb itself. That's where Lightning Blast comes in. Taking Convergence and Lightning Blast allows us to do all the single target we could ever need. This halves our max chains, but it makes it so each chain hits the same target as the first, so it allows you to stack shock and damage through the roof. Arcing Power gives us another 3 maximum chains, which then gets turned into 2 extra thanks to Convergence rounding up always, and Chain Lightning gives us an extra 1, which in total means 4 total hits on a single target per cast after we ramp it up. That will allow us to max our Lightning Shred stacks and Shock stacks in no time. Shatter Shock gives us a large amount of more damage, while Overcharge and Hypercharge gives us a large amount of extra casts of Lightning Blast. We also grab Lightning Attunement, which will give us 25% damage reduction while casting Lightning Blasts and turns on Lightning Aegis, allowing us to focus on what matters, killing the boss. For the rest of the skills we use, it's your stereotypical Sorcerer utility package, and the trees for them can be found in the planner down below. For important passives, we take Calculated Destruction, Crackling Precision, and Knowledge of Destruction allow us to cap our critical strike chance with lightning skills very easily, while Arcane Obliterator gives us extra critical strike multiplier. Rift Bolt is strong, as having extra leech is good. This combined with the Black Sun Blessing helps us maintain our HP pools while running through monoliths or face tanking bosses. Arcane Momentum and Mage Flurry help us get our cast speed into a respectable spot, allowing us to cast our spells with ease. For gearing, I have linked 3 different planners in the description, one being the budget setup with no uniques required, 2 being the Zoom version with Wings of Argentus for low corruption spamming, and 3 being the full tank version for pushing high corruption. For this video, we will be focusing on the budget version, as that's what I assume most will be starting out with. For desired stats, we want critical strike chance, critical strike multiplier, mana, so we can get to up to 300 plus mana for the idols to work, more on that later, HP where you can fit it in, capping resistances and critical strike avoidance. For idols, we want increased lightning damage while you have lightning aegis, and increased lightning damage doubled if you have 300 mana. Just 4 of these are perfect. You could run 4 1x1s with any kind of resistance to help you cap out. To get 300 mana in the budget version, we run a Crystal Wand, mana on Helmet, and mana on Relic, which will put us a little above 300, as we don't need more, as our build is pretty mana neutral. For uniques, I would recommend the first being Wings of Argentus. It gives us a damage reduction while moving, which is what we're pretty much doing all the time in monoliths, thanks to the fact that orbs orbit around us, and also haste on hit, which is pretty much always up when you're walking through packs. This can be farmed by killing God Hunter Argentus in the empowered version of Stolen Lance timeline at a 10% chance. For the next one I recommend a trio of items using an Orion's Eye, which converts our void into fire damage and also gives us reduced fire damage taken and helps us cap our mana to 300 for our idols. And then we're running Ashen Crown, which lets us convert most of our physical damage taken to fire, which is then reduced to 15% thanks to Orion's Eye. For the Crowning Jewel, we run a Prism Wraps, as it not only gives us spell damage leeches life, but it also reduces our elemental damage taken by 30%, which includes fire damage, which then also reduces our void and physical damage taken. If you don't have an Orion's Eye, don't fret, as only the Ashen Crown and the Prism Wraps are required to make this combo feel good. Orion's is just a good investment later on if you ever drop one. Don't worry, I've never dropped one myself, and I don't expect you to either. As you can tell in the video, this build blasts through 300 plus corruption and probably could be pushed to 400 with ease. Thanks to Arborus for letting me showcase another one of his builds, as it allows me to pad out my schedule and allows me to show you what the higher end of last Epoch content looks like, as I'm never in deep endgame thanks to the fact I have to make so many builds to keep up with demand. Thank you so much for coming this far in the video. If you haven't already, I'd suggest following the Twitch as well, as these builds take a long time to create sometimes, and I stream most of it, so you guys can get an idea of how the build creation process goes. It also the best way to get technical support for the builds I create, as it is a live event. Have a wonderful rest of your day. This has been Dread from Epic Builds, and I'm off to create more builds.